Hi guys, Esan Ahmed here, aka EA Real Estate. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another video. So today, I will be talking about how to get your first listing as a new agent. So let's get on with it. So, as a new agent, one of the biggest struggles, that you will inevitably face is getting your first listing. Getting your first listing is something that can be daunting, that will be challenging, and ideally, if it's something that you can get out of the way as quickly as possible, from my personal experience, it's definitely going to help boost your confidence, allow you to feel a hell of a lot better and go out there and get onto the second, third, fourth and fifth. Right. So the first thing that I would always recommend when it comes to going about trying to get a listing, and probably the most important, is before you go out of your sort of comfort zone, is to look within your personal circle. So within your personal circle, everybody has family, everybody has friends, everybody has friends who have friends. So my personal advice for the first bit of, first way to get your listing is to go out and literally contact everybody you know. So anybody who's immediate family, to extended family, to friends of friends. Now, all of these types of people, first and foremost, irrelevant of if they have or are able to give you a listing or not, the most important thing that you're going to benefit from this is you're going to get the word out. So, people in your community, your circle, your family are going to know that you are now in this line of work. This is what you do and how you can help them, which is great because obviously word of mouth circulates, and then that's what can help you hopefully get your next listing or your first listing. Number two, outside of your personal circle, it's great to sort of look at the properties and identify from the get-go what type of properties that you identify with, that you want to sell, that you feel aligned with, you as an agent, you as a person. So I'll give you an example. So you may love, period detached houses. And that's something that you're passionate about. That's something that you feel quite confident, in terms of marketing and just going out there in general, knocking on. If that's the type of houses that you find are of interest to you and work well for you, then that's something that you can target. And again, this is something that allows you to be a little bit more refined in regards to what you want to offer in terms of as an agent, and all you've got to do is literally a simple Rightmove, a simple Zoopla search will bring up your types of properties, and then looking further into the home searches, the spectres, etc., you're going to be able to identify which of these homes are suitable for you to go and knock on, and that's a great way for you to start. Once you've identified your niche, it makes the initial approach easy, and it makes the follow-up even easier. And later on down the line, once you have completed a couple of sales within a certain domain of a type of property, it just means that you can identify it and be renowned as the person within that particular niche, within that particular sector, so to speak. Number three, outside of your personal circle, looking online, a great way to do it is pure and simple door knocking. Go and door knock 100 doors in a day. Now, obviously, there has to be some sort of tact behind it. I'm not saying just to go and door knock a council estate where everybody's a renter. That makes no sense. You have to have some sort of strategy behind what you're going to do. But obviously, if you can pinpoint an area that's close to you, pinpoint an area where that there's a large number of owner occupiers, then door knocking homes that aren't on the market, that may not even think of coming on the market, is not necessarily a bad thing, because first and foremost it builds up your confidence, secondly it gives you that practice and exposure, and thirdly people today may not be selling, but who's to say they may not want to sell in the future, and who's to say they may not know somebody who wants to sell. You know, all of these can come about by way of just you going out there. Lastly, rental leads. So what I mean by rental leads is, you know, it's very, very easy today in this day and age to go out and contact landlords who are putting their own properties on the market, you know, for rent. And likewise, these same landlords may be multiple landlords. They may be landlords who've got properties in a certain patch. There may be certain landlords there who've got X property for rent, but also want to sell a property in a couple of months' time. You know, again, cold calling is the cousin of door knocking, but you know, put the two together and you've got a great strategy to go out there and really sort of get your brand out there. Lastly, boards. Boards bring on more boards, as the saying goes. So what I would recommend is that you go out there and find 10 of your closest friends, get a board done that's bespoke to yourself and the brokerage that you're working with, and put a board out there. You know, it doesn't have to be for sale, it doesn't have to be to let. A simple all inquiries with your details on it is more than sufficient to get you some sort of recognition. And you may get calls from buyers, or you may also get calls from vendors who've seen your board and you know want you to help sell. So these are my 6 simple steps of how you can go out and get your first listing. Obviously, just want to stress, you know, that it's not a walk in the park. Getting a listing requires hard work. It requires persistence. It requires consistency in terms of effort. Once you do that and once you put those in, the results will show. But thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share, and also check out my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and feel free to get in touch if you or anybody you know is looking to sell across the UK or anywhere in the world. Feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much.